I am Gail of 876 Documents, and today I am addressing another issue that I've never addressed before, and that is deed polls. In case you're wondering what a deed poll is, it is a document that you use to change your name. It's a deed poll, and it is used to make any kind of change you'd like to your name. Maybe you want to change your first name, change your last name, or you want to change your name completely if you were given the wrong name at birth. Whatever it is, a deed poll is good for that. There's a correction of error if you just want to correct a spelling in your name, if there's an I instead of an E or something like that. But a deed poll changes your name. Now, my client who called me today was quite perturbed that her deed poll had to be carried with her everywhere she went. Anywhere that requires a birth certificate. And she was even more perturbed that they had made a mistake on the deed poll or with the document because they did not fix her name on her birth certificate. Now, let's get this clear. Your name on your birth certificate, your date of birth, your place of birth, your mother's name, none of that will ever change. They will never change the original record. When I was at the consulate, I saw persons who came in to say they were given the wrong gender at birth, either a mistake on the document or they wanted a gender reassignment. It will never be changed. Your birth certificate will list whatever it is in the original record permanently. You will have to carry a deed poll with you at all times when you're using your birth certificate. I am outdoors, so there is street noise. I like being in nature. Whereas your child's birth certificate has some sort of error with the spelling of your name, that does not require a deed poll necessarily. That can be done with a correction of error of fact. It's just called a correction of error. The application is available from the registrar's office, and it takes some amount of time. There are several pages to it, but you can make a correction to your document. Now, I never say that my mother's name was spelled incorrectly on her birth certificate. Most of us Jamaicans know about this. We back in the day when we were being registered, the name was written on the birth certificate the way it sounded. So it was probably written phonetically. And a lot of us have become adults and realized that the name on our birth certificate is spelled incorrectly. My mother was no exception. Her name was spelled incorrectly on her birth certificate. She was being called by her middle name her entire life. And so when she came of age and realized, and she checked her birth certificate, her middle name that she thought was her middle name was actually her first name. She had used everything, bought, rented, whatever she had to do in her middle name, thinking that was her first name. So she was known as Miss Dell because we thought her name was Delores, but that was actually her middle name. So she had to take care of all of that on all of her birth certificates. And then there was a wrong spelling of her middle name, which is supposed to be her first name. That was also spelled wrong. The order was reversed in terms of how her mother called her, but it was also spelled wrong. So once she made that change, she has 5 of us, and she fixed all of our birth certificates at the same time. Now, this video is going to run a little long if I keep talking about that. So I'll have to do another video about if you fixed your name, how should you address your child's birth certificate. So stay tuned for that, and I thank you for watching. I am Gail of 876 Documents. I help Jamaicans in the US with passport, birth certificate, marriage certificate, deed poll, citizenship, etc. Thank you for watching.